Waste of Water Sports, ahoy. Welcome back. The second of our triple header. Super Rugby time. Oh, and I forgot to go live on TikTok again. 2 out of 2 today, I am. For completely forgetting to go live on the other platform. Just a second. All right, there we go. Odd Poppet, ahoy, mate. Welcome back. You can't watch the game because stupid Sky Sports don't include Super Rugby in your sports package. Well, that's a hell of a bummer because this is going to be a great game. Talk about Six Nations being impressive, which we did. This should be an absolute cracker as well. Going down to the wire. For the Blues, you would have to think that their season is on the line. I mean, they have to start winning at some point. That just goes without saying. Stating the obvious. They've got to start getting victories at some point. They kind of need to start today. And what a tough matchup it is for a must-win. The Crusaders, who have refound form. Genitalia says Blues 13 plus. The Blues, they're going to have to do it without Beauden Barrett. But they've got a more than able replacement, Stephen Perofeta, into the starting lineup. Odd Poppet, you love Union. You're gutted that your Bunnies lost your first time supporting them in league. Yes, well, to be honest, the Rabbitohs, they've got so many injuries at the moment. They've done well to win their opening 2 games. I shouldn't imagine that they will be too concerned just yet. It's a long season, 27 rounds. I don't think they'll be too disgruntled, considering all their injuries, with a loss in round 3. Hoskins at 2-2, Caleb Clark, Perofeta, Papali'i. They've still got such a strong team. The Blues, 4 from 4 so far for Genitalia. Very nice. I got 3. I lost out on the Roosters. But hopefully at least a few people went for the Bunnies in that last game. And I'll also have to keep an eye on the Dolphins versus Tigers game. Actually, I'll chuck that on my phone. I'll watch both. Kickoff just moments away here. Blues versus the Crusaders. Super Rugby. In what we believe is a must-win for the Blues. The home side with the kickoff. No Beauden Barrett. Underway, the Blues with the kickoff. And it's taken down by Barrett. Sets it up inside the 22. And the Crusaders, do they get their first exit right? Preston with the box kick up over halfway. It's a monster. A hell of a kick. Up towards the halfway line, sorry. And that is a solid first exit here for the Crusaders. Blues with the first line-out throw of the match. Auckland throws it over the top to nobody. Crusaders race after it and dive on the loose ball. Back in possession on the halfway line. The high ball from Havili. Contestable. But Fiaki was happy just to stand back, let the Blues claim it, and then put the big hit on. Blues in possession, 10 short of the halfway mark. Box kick here from Sam Knock. Puts it high down the middle of the field. Crusaders under it, taken by Havili. And he runs it back into traffic. Well wrapped up. Blues, no opportunity there for counter-rucking. Now the Crusaders with Christie look to break away. Down the short side, the Crusaders through Will Jordan. Happy to just rumble it up here. Scotty Barrett. The clearing kick from Havili. Down the middle of the field, taken to the back. Corey Evans winds up the kick, fires it into touch. And this will be a line-out throw for the Crusaders on the halfway line. Solid start here for the Crusaders. They've had all the territory at the moment. Well, they've had all the ball as well. And now winning the line-out ball. Although it's loose on the deck, and Knock puts the kick through, but it sits up at the back. And Fiaki comes away with it for the Crusaders. That could have gone absolutely anywhere. It was a little bit dangerous. But still, Crusaders ball. Preston with the box kick. Clears it up towards halfway. Contestable. Lost forward by Fiaki. And the Blues can counterattack here. Evans with the double pump goes to ground. They've still got numbers on the right. Talia doesn't pass the ball out. And the Crusaders have held him up, but he gets to ground. Does well there, Mark Talia. Mullen crawls forward an extra few meters. And the Blues just getting the feel of the ball in their hands now as Hoskins Satutu with a strong carry down the short side. Scotty Barrett's in there holding the ball up off the deck. Pusi Tua got to get it to ground, and it does. And now the Blues with numbers. Short ball creates open space. The pass for Dalton Papali'i, and Papali'i will dive over for the first try. Well, the Crusaders raced up in defense, and it just opened up in midfield. Dalton Papali'i scores the first try. And it was beautiful work there, holding the pass up to perfection. And the gap just opened up. The Blues lead 5-0 early. Manaz, ahoy there. Who do I think will win, Force or Fiji? Oh, it's going to be a great game, that one, isn't it? Great game. I think I might have actually tipped Fiji. I'll have to check my tips. I feel like I might have gone for Fiji in that one. The attempted conversion is good. And the Blues, what a start they're off to. 7 points to 0. Up early in this one. So the Crusaders, having had all the ball to start, have gone and leaked the first try. E.B. Williams, ahoy, mate. You think Macca Springer should have stayed in the squad considering he scored 5 bloody tries last week? Jace, ahoy there. Yes, we do NRL, Super Rugby, and T20 cricket as the crossfield kick here from Perofeta finds its way into touch. He was going for the kick pass there when I say crossfield kick and missed the mark. Into touch it goes. Moananu with the throw goes to the middle. Crusaders come down with it. Send it straight out into midfield. And a good strong carry. Sets up the ruck. Inside ball. Will Jordan was flying onto it, but he spills it. And the Blues back in possession. Opportunity to counter-attack, and they do. Going straight through half a gap. Back in field for Knock. Inside the 22. The Crusaders on the back foot again. The ball is out, so it's contestable. Still there for the Blues, though. 10 out from the line. Crusaders under the pump early. Down the short side, Hoskins Satutu. Brought down by his opposite, Leo Willie. Still there for the Blues. Perofeta pops the pass up. Beer lays it back. 6.5 minutes gone. They're 5 out from the line now. The Blues rumbling forward. The pick and go. In front of the post, 5 meters out. Talia throws an intercept pass, and the Crusaders have dodged an almighty bullet there. Told to use it. And the Crusaders back to Kemmerer for the clearing kick. Doesn't find touch. So the pressure is still on. Evans down the short side. Fires it for Caleb Clark. Takes it inside the 22. And he's lost the ball. Knock on by Caleb Clark. Scrum down Crusaders. Heel fries, ahoy mate. Welcome back. Solid start here for the Blues. Playing the game at pace once they've actually got their hands on the ball. Which one, heel fries? The Sharks game? It didn't put me to sleep. I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, the Sharks, they really shut up shop in the second half. Once they got out to that comfortable lead. Marcus, will I be streaming the Dolphins and Tigers? No, we're going to concentrate on this one. We'll go back to the Rugby League for the Titans versus the Knights. I'm going to chuck the Tigers and Dolphins on my phone, though, so I can follow along. So I'll probably talk about it from time to time. 8.5 gone, 7 points to 0. The Blues. Scrum down here for the Crusaders on their own 22. And they immediately stretch it wide. Half a gap opens up for McLeod. Preston back to Kemmerer for the clearing kick. Caleb Clark backtracking, falls on his ass as he takes it and gets a banana kick away with not a lot of distance made. And I've also got to keep an eye out for the Formula One qualifying, which is coming up in probably less than an hour now. Crusaders claim the line out. On the attack now. 22 out. Nice wraparound play. And Fiaki almost on the outside of the Blues defense. 9.5 gone. 7-0. Staying on the short side. Chalfoon. Now for Scott Barrett. 10 meters out. The pick and go straight over the top of the ruck goes Sevu Reese. Staying on the short side. McLeod is held up 5 meters out. Keeping it in tight here, the Crusaders. Now, Havili, dummies. Penalty advantage for the Crusaders. Havili bumps away from 2. Straightens. Havili's got the line open. Can't quite get there. He's half a meter short. Still penalty advantage. Preston scoots out of scrum half and burrows under to score. The Crusaders have hit back. 7 points to 5, 10.5 gone. The hit back from the Crusaders, much needed. About to be all locked up, you would suspect. Difficult conversion, though, in fairness. This is certainly not a gimme. Camera. He moves in, and it's off target. He's hooked it away to the left. So 7 points to 5 it remains. The Blues over the Crusaders, but you can see there the Blues evening up territory. A must-win game for the Blues, you would think. It is a long season, but they've got to start winning. They go short with the restart, the Blues. Taken down by Scott Barrett. Mr. Reliable there. Lifted and taking the restart. 12 minutes gone. Down the short side. We thought they were setting up the box kick. They've gone for a run. Keeping it in tight now. Moananu. 10 short of halfway. The clearing kick will surely come. There it is. Preston, the try scorer, thumps it away upfield, and it's been dropped by Perofeta. It sets up for Reese, who offloads, and Christie inside the 22. Opportunity here for the Crusaders. Havili thinks about the kick pass, fires it over the top for Fiaki, and Fiaki slices straight through, and the Crusaders have gone back to back. The dropped ball from Perofeta. And it was all go forward momentum from there for the Crusaders. Jay Fiaki scores. This could be a high-scoring game, this one. My boy, Perofeta Cheese, coming up with the big mistake. Havili thought about the crossfield kick. Thought better of it. And it was definitely the right option to put it through the hands. Heel Fry says, Dan, thank God the Fox got announced for tomorrow's game. Oh, good. Very good. Yes. The Fox running out in para colors. Looking forward to that. Camera puts the conversion over. And the Crusaders lead 12 points to 7 with 14 minutes gone. What a start to this game. 3 tries and we're only 14 minutes in. Perofeta goes short again, looking for Scott Barrett, who does well to claim it once more. Scotty Barrett's so reliable at those restarts. Preston to Moananu. Just wants to set up this clearance. Box kick. Sends it up over halfway. Oh, and he's put it into touch. Preston gets that horribly wrong. Over the sideline it goes. And the Blues now have a chance to hit back. 12 points to 7, 14 minutes 40 gone. They throw uncontested to the middle of the line out. And Hoskins at 2-2. Carries it to the 22. It spills out the side of the ruck. Still there for the Blues. Now they've lost it. The Crusaders have managed to turn this over. Moananu breaks away from the back of the ruck. They set up just inside their 22. Crusaders now shift to the right edge. Fiaki steps back in field. Gets his arms free and offloads for Havili, who spills it. And this will be a scrum down. Blues feed. About 25 meters out in midfield. They just pushed their luck a little bit too far there, the Crusaders, unnecessarily. And a soft turnover. Going to be a high-scoring game, I reckon. Dolphins and the Tigers, they're warming up in the NRL. And I'm keeping an eye on Formula One qualifying. Actually, I should put that on the split screen. Split view. If it's on yet. Oops. Formula One. First scrum of the game. Going to be very interesting. Pretty even matchup. The Crusaders backline are conversing. They crouch, set, and a free kick to the Crusaders. The first scrum going the Crusaders' way. Ah, there we go. Formula One qualifying. I can't select it yet. Jeez, it's not far away. And the Crusaders put it high, straight down the middle of the field. Clark runs it back into contact. Crusaders look to get in and spoil. But it's still here for the Blues. Cam Christie in midfield. Back for Perofeta. Puts it high. Contestable kick down the short side. And it's knocked back by Talia. Still there for the Blues. So, not really sure it was the right option, but it's worked out for them. Perofeta now puts the chip over the top. Looking for Evans. Evans collects it. He's got a little bit of the Corey Janes about him. There's Evans. So 2-2 can't get the ball out. Flick pass out the back for Perofeta on the wraparound. And now Caleb Clark's got some space. Angles back in field. It's still there for the Blues, just outside the Crusaders 22. And the Crusaders are in over the top of this one. Moa Nonu take a bow. The tackle player not releasing. Penalty Crusaders. Fantastic work there. Ioane Moanano. Eighteen and a half minutes gone. Crusaders throw to the back. Secure the line-out ball. On halfway, Havili to Jordan. Swings it out for Sevu Reese. And Reese is bumping off Mark Talia. Judah Shivian says, up Crusaders. And they've knocked the ball on just as Judah says, up the Crusaders. Another cheeky little knock on. And the Blues will have the scrum feed. But both teams really have started well. Both teams have brought it. And this one could go down to the very wire. We're keeping a cheeky eye on Formula One qualifying, and we're also keeping an eye on Dolphins, Tigers. We've got eyes everywhere at the moment. As this is a better scrum for the Blues. They get the feed. And now come away with the ball. Up to halfway. Knock. Sends it out for Christie. 20 minutes gone. 12 points to 7. Knock has it at the back of the ruck. Looking for the box kick. Sends it up sky high. It's going to land perfectly for Talia to chase. But Will Jordan manages to take it. And he scoots away upfield. 30 meters out. Crusaders down the short side. Moa Nanu. The ball spills out the side. Reese keeps it alive. And the clearing kick from Kemmer is charged down. It's going to bounce kindly for him. And he's got support from Preston on the outside. Preston heads for the corner. And he's well taken down by Corey Evans, a try saver. Reese to Havili, who slips. Passes from the ground. Piaki to Will Jordan at pace. The pass out, and he's also tripped up Dallas McLeod. But they're still going. The Crusaders lose the ball. Half a meter short from the try line. Will Jordan picks it up. Dives for the line. And he can't hold on. Well, it was a scramble there. starting from the charge down. And they've almost gone the distance there with Preston banging a double. Unfortunately for Dallas McLeod there, he had to jump over. He had to jump over the top of his own player. Didn't get any on for this game, Matty Colkin. It all started too quickly. Scrum down, Blues feed 5 meters out from their own line, right on this near touch. "22 minutes have just raced by. It's always the sign of a good game when the time just flies by like this. Big shove here from the Crusaders. The scrum wheels and the penalty's been given to the Blues. Not driving straight is the call. Illegal wheeling. And that's a hell of a let-off. Matty Colkin, yeah, the sprint race was earlier today, and qualifying for the main race starts in about 10 minutes' time. So not a lot of distance there on the touch finder from the penalty. The Blues will have the line-out throw still inside their own 22. Mullen with the throw, and it's very askew. It falls for the Crusaders, and they are mounting up some serious possession and territory now, the Crusaders. The pick and go. Tamati Williams straight up the middle. Preston fires it out to the left. They're just 10 meters short now. Fiaki across to Camera. Penalty advantage now for the Crusaders. The Blues offside. Lined up to the left. Barrett out to Havili, who puts the kick in. Talia is wise to it and back to cover it off. We come back for the penalty, though, to the Crusaders. Advantage was being played. Dever Reese really wants it looked at. Thought he'd scored a try. And they'll do they take the three here, the Crusaders? Looks like they're lined up to tap and go. They've called the scrum. The Crusaders want a scrum down here. Interesting call. You get the feeling they've got a set piece play up their sleeve. Oscar did very well. Oscar Piastri did very well for second place in that sprint race, but the drive from Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen, 1 and 2 on the grid. What year is this again? Right? 5 meter scrum. Preston feeds it. The Crusaders hold firm. Pops it up for Jordan. Jordan lays it back. The dummy from Cullen Grace earns the penalty advantage, and the Crusaders are barged over the line. Held up and driven back into the field of play. Millimeters short. The pick and go is the option. The pick and go is rewarded with a try. Who comes up with it? Tamati Williams. And the Crusaders are in again. Oh, the Blues. A long way to go in this game. They can ill afford another loss. But the Crusaders have just started so well here. So well. All right, the Tigers and the Dolphins have kicked off. I've gone the Hammer, Gerald Skelton, and Terrell May, anytime try scorers, over in that one. 17 points to 7. Conversion. Attempt incoming. Camera. Hooks it off to the left. And it remains 17 points to 7 in favor of the Crusaders. Judah Shivian says those missing players in the Blues can't help their already desperate situation on the table. Yeah, Patrick Tuipulotu, that was a big out. Beauden Barrett, of course, a huge out. Blues with the restart. Lost backwards into the hands of Will Jordan from Cullen Grace. Blues looking to steal the ball away. Still there for the Crusaders. Preston sets up the box kick clearance. Straight up and down for Perofeta. It's been spilt forward. Moa Nanu puts the kick through. Knock-on advantage is over. Evans shadows it across the sideline. Goes quickly with the line-out throw. Oh, that's craziness. Talia does well to get away from the defense. Throws the pass over the top, and there's space now for the Blues. Ioane's almost through. Loses the ball now. And a knock on. Well, the Blues, this is scrappy. Very scrappy stuff. Scrum down Crusaders just inside the Blues half. Execution letting them down. We'll have to suss out how I'm feeling, Matty Colkin, to be honest. Because I am seriously considering covering the IPL, which starts midnight tonight, my time. So it's only a T20 game, of course, so it doesn't go for too long. But we'll have to see what I'm up and about for tomorrow. As the Crusaders win the scrum, Reese sends it out for Jordan. They set it up on halfway in midfield. Stacked left-hand side here for the Crusaders. That's where they go. Camera dummies, ducks under a tackle. And he's brought down just 5 meters inside Blues half. Through the hands now, Barrett to Havili. Advantage now for the Crusaders once more. And they've got a man down in back play. Fletcher Newell, I think it is. As the ball heads his way, he gets up. And, the Dolphins have scored a try already here against the Tigers. A disaster of a start here for the West Tigers. Was it Herbie Farnworth? I did talk about him scoring a try. Talked about it. Oh, no, it wasn't Herbie Farnworth. Penalty to the Crusaders. They've put it into touch. They can go on the attack. Fletcher Newell getting some treatment in back play. Ten minutes to go to the halftime break. Bostock. Oh, it was Bostock and Two Smoking Barrels who scored the try. Very poor start there for the Tigers, it seems. Molnanu with the throw. Secured by the Crusaders. Rolling maul is set. But the Blues hold it. Stall the momentum. Now they get going again, the Crusaders. Preston releases to Havili. Havili's caught. Well tackled, and the Blues pile in. Looking to counter ruck. And they've secured the turnover. That was well defended there by the Blues. Desperation. Hoskins at 2-2. Of course it was. Beautiful work from the Blues. finding touch up on the halfway line. And they go to the front of the line out with a trick play. And they've stolen an extra 20 meters there, the Blues. Beautiful work. Hoskins at 2-2 with a strong carry. And now Cam Christie takes it inside the 22. Lays it back perfectly. 9 minutes to go till the halftime break. And forward pass. Forward pass, scrum down Crusaders. The execution just lacking here for the Blues. Oi. Split screen. Oh, split view. There we go. A split view with Formula One qualifying and the Tigers Dolphins. Fantastic. And of course, we've got the Super Rugby on the screen. Sports. Gotta love it. The halftime approaching here in this one. And the Crusaders get a free kick from the scrum. Just a short arm. Havili thumps it downfield, not looking for touch. And it sits up for Evans at the back. He's got Talia with him. And Talia, they've actually got numbers out to the left here. That's where Perofeta goes. It's been touched by the Crusaders. And Ioane goes close to the sideline, but still in field. Perofeta to Fusitua. 35 meters out. The Crusaders have to defend here. And defend they do. Sever Reese has just monstered poor Corey Evans. Still here for the Blues, though. Caleb Clark carries up over halfway. Talia into scrum half. 6 minutes until the halftime break. Perofeta. Now out the back it goes for Ioane. And Evans. Well wrapped up. Brought down on the halfway mark. Ball spills out the back of the ruck. Pressure on the Blues here, but they get it out into midfield. Still there for them. 6 minutes until the break. Hoskins at 2-2 down the short side. Told to use it now. And Sam Knock, you would think, would clear. As the Tigers hit back. Sonny Taruva. Was it Taruva who scored? 6-4. Kick to come. The Tigers are back in it. Ball's been lost here by the Crusaders. Blues have it on halfway. Knock fires it out to Perofeta. Thinks about the kick. Double pumps the pass to Evans. And Evans, isolated, will come back for the penalty. For the scrum. The knock on by the Crusaders. And it was Sonny Taruva who scored. Halftime approaching in the Super Rugby. 17-7. The Crusaders have had a strong first half. $6-4. 10 minutes gone in the NRL. Dolphins over the Tigers. Conversion to come. Scrum down here for the Blues. 40 out from the Crusaders line. 4.5 until the break. Can they come away with points? Big shove here from the Blues pack. Knox got it at the back. Puts the grubber kick in behind the line. Needs it to stay in play. But it goes over the sideline. And the Crusaders will have a defensive line-out throw. 10 meters out on this near touchline. Still under pressure. They've got to make sure they get this right. Absolutely perfect, of course. Big throw, this one. Moananu goes to the middle. Crusaders come down with it. Rolling maul set. Just looking to hold on until the halftime break. The Blues have got in and held this ball up. And it's wrestled out by Preston. Pops it up for Fiaki to clear. And Fiaki hoofs this ball upfield. That is a monster of a kick. Perofeta collects it 10 meters out from his own line. And Evans, from in front of his post, skews it slightly off the side of the boot and into touch. A great net gain for the Crusaders. 3 minutes to play. Fiaki, what a monster boot. The ball is loose from line out. Play on. And the Blues have it on halfway. Knock fires it out quickly for Perofeta. They've got numbers now, the Blues. It's been lost by Ioane. Oh, Rico. They had the numbers there, the Blues, the overlap. And Rico Ioane couldn't hold on to the ball. That's a big mistake. That's a massive let-off. 3-on-2, clear overlap. Just needed to hold it and put it through the hands. The Crusaders, they'll breathe a sigh of relief over that one, for sure. Two minutes until the halftime break. And I think both teams will be more than happy for the rest. Free kick to the Blues from the scrum. They'll still get an opportunity before the break. Hoskins Tutu with the tap and go. They're 30 meters out now, the Blues. Can they get some points before the break? No, they can't. A simple dropped ball. This time it was Ta'avo. And the Crusaders now clear upfield. Nobody in the back for the Blues. Sevu Reece is flying through. And this ball sits up. Oh, Sevu Reece has just cleaned up Corey Evans, who does extremely well to come back into the field of play. This has been a strange end to the half. The Blues' ball handling has just completely left them. Perofeta from 10 meters out from their own line clears, doesn't find touch, and it's still on here for the Crusaders. Jordan into midfield for Camera. Heads back down the short side. Blues are in and steal it away. Illegally, says the referee. And it's a penalty for the Crusaders. They'll surely have an attempted 3 points here, right on the stroke of halftime. This will be the last play of the first half, and the Crusaders have said we'll have the shot. A really, really bizarre end to the first half. We've seen a lot of dropped ball. The handling of the Blues has been atrocious. I doubt that I've ever seen it quite this bad. Still 6-all, Dolphins versus the Tigers. It is the Tigers in possession. Oh, this is going to be brilliant. Hey, I wonder when the actual qualifying starts for the Formula One. As Camera puts it down the middle, and the Crusaders have punished the Blues right on the stroke of halftime to make it 20 points to 7. And of course, they trot off the field, their heads held high. What a first half it's been from the Crusaders. The Blues, a lot of work to do. Their handling has been disgraceful. and players that you wouldn't expect it from, like Rico Ioane, guilty of dropping the ball. Perofeta's had a couple of knock-ons. And Angus Ta'avo, simple dropped balls. Jimmy Cooper, ahoy there, mate. Welcome along. And thank you very much for your kind words. So halftime, 20 points to 7. The Crusaders over the top of the Blues. Matty Colkin, I'm not sure what's happening tomorrow yet. As I said earlier, I'm seriously considering doing the IPL. Now, if I do the IPL, that starts at midnight, my time. And even though it's only T20, T20 doesn't go for a ridiculous amount of time, right? So it's only a T20 match. But I might be doing IPL to the detriment of the Sunday games. If I'm up beyond midnight, I couldn't guarantee that I'd be up Sunday afternoon, if you know what I mean. So we'll have to play it by ear for the rest of the weekend. I'm just wondering when exactly. Let's have a look. I'll check out the Formula One website because it's got a countdown timer. 10 minutes. Okay. In 10 minutes, qualifying starts. I just thought maybe, just maybe, just maybe, we could have called some of the qualifying during the halftime break. Because what was it? It was last week. It was last weekend. The end of the race, the end of the Australian Grand Prix just happened to meet the halftime break in the footy. So I got to call the last few laps of the Formula One. Fantastic. I'd never really given consideration to calling Formula One races before, but I actually quite enjoyed myself for that halftime break. $6 points all. Dolphins and the Tigers. Seems like a good game going on over there in the rugby league. All right, halftime here. 20 points to 7. The Crusaders. Been a hell of a first half performance for them. Outsiders with the local bookmakers. But we backed them. We backed the Crusaders. Right. I'm going to have myself a quick break here for halftime. We'll be right back second half after the break. And who knows, depending how long they stay off the field, maybe even some Formula One. Why not? Oh, the Tigers going on the attack here against the Dolphins. Tackle 5 now, just short of the line. Just to the right of the posts. Luai in at first receiver. They're going to go through the hands. No, Galvin puts the grubber kick in, needing it to sit up, but it goes dead. 7 tackle set for the Dolphins incoming. Odd Poppet says, I love the F1. To be honest, I love motorsports in general. NASCAR can get crazy sometimes as well. I'll tell you, I loved that movie with Will Ferrell, the NASCAR one. Was it NASCAR? Yes, it was, wasn't it? That was a fun movie. Judah Shivian says Blues management must start to be worried about getting sacked if things don't improve in the next few games. It's interesting. It's hard to know what's going wrong for the Blues. I certainly don't hold the answers. I'm a Crusaders fan anyway, so not really bothering me. Rebel Nuts, you're at McDonald's eating and watching. Very nice. Another game to get through. Titans and the Knights. And then I can start to think about what I'll have for dinner. Hey, 222 says Crusaders smashing the Blues at the moment. Yeah, and the scary thing is, I suppose it could have been even worse. The Crusaders, there are a couple of opportunities. Some simple turnover ball down in the Blues red zone. So it could have been even worse for the Blues. Judah Shivian asked what time it is for me here. It is 4:54 p.m. $4.54. Oh, the Dolphins have scored their second try. And it was Herbie Farnworth, was it? Herbie Farnworth. I called it. I didn't put a wager on it, but I called it. Looks like the Dolphins are well up for this one. Pressure on the Tigers. Pressure on the Blues here. 20 points to 7 at the break. Got it all to do in the second 40. Well, there's Lando Norris in the McLaren sheds. Plotting out their strategy. Lando Norris, of course, had a shocking sprint qualifying and an even worse sprint race. What the hell was that? Are you all right? Big. Sorry about that. Slight home emergency. Okay. Oh, wow. The Dolphins have scored again. Jeez. You know what? I had this feeling, hey. If you saw my preview video on YouTube, I just said it's perfectly set for a Dolphin ambush. Ah. Oh, well, long way to go. Long way to go. But, yeah, looking good. Looking good there, the Dolphins. Oh. All right. Teams are out for the second half. Do apologize for that. We didn't get much of a chat at the halftime break. Judith Shivian says, just like this game tonight, as the second half is underway, and the Crusaders have found space from the kickoff, and the Blues not a lot of distance at all on that clearance. So they're under the pump immediately here in the second half. And the poor old Tigers. Jeez. Crusaders in midfield. What a start to the second half this would be for them. Quick ruck ball. Preston. Out it goes. The pop pass there for McLeod. And McLeod is close. The cutout pass hits the chest of Severis, is it? No. Severis should have been out there. But it's Fiaki. Jay Fiaki has claimed the ball, and the Crusaders have scored inside the first minute of the second half. What a start. Jay Fiaki. Well, I've got to be honest, I would have had none of these people in my same game multi, even if I did get one on. $25 points to 7, the conversion to come. Camera hooks it off to the left. And it remains 25 points to 7. Incredible. And the Dolphins seeming quite dominant against the Tigers. Back underway here, though. And it's Leo Willie who bursts straight up the middle, but the ball spills free. Advantage to the Blues. But boy, it's looking very, very dangerous for the Blues here. The ease at which the Crusaders are bending the line. Advantage over, is it? No, spills it out the back, and that will be the scrum down. The Blues will get the feed. A nice long advantage played for them. Oh, Matty Colkin, thank you very much for the heart me over on TikTok. Cheers, mate. And Q1 is underway. The Dolphins have got the Tigers absolutely hooked at the moment. By the looks of it, Formula One underway. Okay. Q1. Onto the field now. Finley Christie just looking to garner some control for the Blues. Scrum down. Christie feeds. The Blues have it at the back. Christie wrestles it out. And in midfield, the pop pass for Rico Ioane. Goes to ground, 40 meters out from the Crusaders line. Short side for Satutu. But the Crusaders defense at the moment has all the answers. Nice quick ruck speed now since Christie's come onto the field. Been a noticeable difference. Into midfield. Still there for the Blues. Crusaders can't get hands on it. Cutout pass is intercepted. Camera comes down with it, and the Blues have thrown it away. Back it goes for Jordan. Fires it infield for Havili to clear. And Havili finds wide open spaces here. It's going to stay in field. Sever Reese is flying after it, putting pressure on Caleb Clark. And Clark gets away. Offloads the ball. But the Blues under the pump here. It's very messy at the back of the ruck. Penalty given away for diving over the ruck to play at the ball. You can't just dive over. And that was a silly penalty to give away there from Quinton Strange. Blues fine touch. 10 meters the Crusaders side of halfway. James Mullen sets up the line-out throw. Goes to the middle. Crusaders compete, but the Blues come down with it. It's not straight. And the Crusaders will get the scrum down. The Blues execution. Just continuing to let them down here in the first half. In the game. And now, some back chat, and it's going to be a card. Well, the Blues are just self-destructing. A little bit of back chat, and the referee said, I'm having none of that. Immediately marches in for 10. Lachlan McWannell. Oh, they've tapped and gone here, the Crusaders. Leo Willie. Straight up the middle. And here's Tamati Williams. Glance it back. The Crusaders could really drive a nail in here. Jordan. Cut out pass for Moananu. 6.5 gone in the second half. And Finley Christie's got in over the top of this one. And wins the turnover. Oh, he's been a difference maker since he's come on. Finley Christie earns the penalty for his side. And the Blues, as we said, they've kind of got to be the next team to score, you would think. The throw straight over the top. And it's been collected by the Blues. Turnover's good. The Crusaders have their hands back on it. Reese fires it out the back to nobody. And it goes into touch for a Blues line-out throw. Oh, somebody's had a spin. Q1 still going on here. Formula One. And we've got the Dolphins Tigers as well. I've got it all happening here on my phone and the game on TV. Clearing kick here from the Crusaders. Finding space in behind the Blues again. Another monster of a kick. And Talia down the short side. Brings it back towards halfway. A good kick return. But now the Crusaders are in over the top of it. And winning the turnover penalty. Moananu. And they're pumped up here, the Crusaders. They are flying high. Camera puts it into touch. Fantastic work. The Crusaders coming in for the kill. Moananu with the throw. Crusaders secure it in the middle, and the rolling maul is set inside the Blues 22. The Crusaders marching on here. The rolling maul well formed. 10 meters out now. Breaks away. Moananu's still got it. It reforms. That's one, says the referee. Still moving. They're 5 meters out now. Moananu breaks it away. Just a couple of meters short, the Crusaders. The ball's at the back. Sevu Reese down the short side. He's held up and driven back in the tackle. Moananu heading across field. Still there for the Crusaders. Cullen Grace. A little bit isolated, but still there. Getting in and digging this one out. Christie. Still inside that 5 meter line. Bad pass for Moananu. And he spills it forward. The Blues are off the hook. Temporarily, at least. That rolling maul had some serious shape. Scrum down, Blues feed, 5 meters out from their own line. A defensive one. 50 minutes gone, and it's just been the Blues under the pump. Big scrum, this one. Big moment in the game. Blues have to hold on. And the penalty to the Crusaders. I thought he was about to give a free kick, but the Crusaders now dominate scrum time. And they put it into the corner for a 5 meter line out throw. Here come the Crusaders once more, and the Tigers have scored a try. The Tigers have hit back. Moananu with the throw. Goes to the middle. Uncontested. Rolling maul is set. Here come the Crusaders marching over. Penalty advantage. Try is awarded. The rolling maul has done the job, and it is Tom Christie who stands up with it. The Crusaders go 30 points to 7 in front. This team were underdogs with the bookmakers. We said, get on them. For that price, get on them. And they have come out and put on a clinic here against the Blues. Such a performance. 30 points to 7. And there's still so much time left. Camera with the conversion. Hooks it away left again. Well, the scoreline could have looked so much worse. Camera has left a lot of points out there with the goal kicking. What a performance from the Crusaders. Hey, 222 says Crusaders have won this one, guys. It would take a huge comeback, a monumental comeback here for the Blues, who have now secured the line-out ball from the restart. Looked like it had been taken over the touchline by Talia. For some reason, the touchy had given the throw to the Blues. Not sure how he came up to that decision. Now it's been overturned. And the Crusaders have the throw. Judah Shivian, we did indeed call this. We couldn't understand why the Blues were the favourites with the bookies. And here we are. Crusaders throw to the middle of the line out. Rolling maul set once more, but Christie breaks away. And they have it set in midfield. The box kick clearance here from Hotham. Reese chases through, puts pressure on, but it's well taken at the back by Harry Plummer. And the Blues in possession on halfway. They have to answer now. The Blues, time's running out. And they've spilled the ball. Backwards, says the referee. Evans collects it. And they've still got it there on the halfway line. Down the short side, Satutu. Another strong carry. He's tried hard all night long, Hoskins Satutu. So Harry Plummer on for Perofeta. Big defense in midfield. Mullen taking the ground. Crusaders race up quick on defense, put pressure on Finley Christie. They've got him up off the ground. It now collapses, and it's still there for the Blues. Good work. Papali'i. He's been relatively quiet tonight, Dalton Papali'i. Crusaders look to get in and steal the ball away, but it's still there for the Blues. Evans wrapped up in midfield. Some of the Blues forwards slow to get back into the line as they lose ground. The 2-2 tries to duck under the defense. 12 phases, but they've gone nowhere. The Crusaders' defense, the line's not even bending at the moment. They're coming up in that arc, and it's just shutting the Blues down. They can't get the ball out wide where they want. Christie back into Ioane. Pops the pass up for Renata. Rock my balls, ahoy, mate. Down the short side, Christie to Caleb Clark. Beats Havili, but he's wrapped up quickly upon exit. 56 minutes gone. And it's hard to see a way through here for the Blues. A chip over the top is well read by the Crusaders' defense, and they now clear. Nobody at the back here for the Blues, and they've turned them around again. Needing the ball to sit up in the field of play, it dribbles into the end goal area, and Caleb Clark will just take his time here. Ground the ball, and, well, we've come all the way back. The referee found something there. Of all the things... Of all the things I've seen in my life, there's still time left in qualifying one. Lando Norris has now just gone top, but very temporarily, Yuki Tsunoda was on top in Q1. It was very temporary, though, as Lando Norris has now gone fastest. Gasly, Lawson, and Doohan still out on the track. And here comes Lawson now across the line. That Red Bull is only 18th fastest, now drops to 19th. Liam Lawson is out in Q1. It is a cursed seat, that second Red Bull. Lando Norris fastest in Q1. The two Racing Bulls right behind him, Hadjar and Tsunoda. Penalty here for the Blues. 57 minutes gone. A penalty inside the 22. Blues in possession. What will they come up with here? Finley Christie taps and goes quickly. Halftime. Dolphins, Tigers, 18-12. Penalty advantage here for the Blues. Cam Christie driven back in the tackle. Just to the right of the post here, 5 meters out. The crash ball. Easy try there, Renata. The Crusaders line finally bends and breaks. And the Blues are across 30 points to 12. Well, there's still 20 minutes to play. Never say never. It would obviously be extremely tough. But never say never. Over it goes, the conversion. That is 30 points to 14. 20 minutes still to play. We know how quickly a game of rugby can just swing on its head once a team gets momentum. I wouldn't be writing anything off just yet. But I'm going to go check on things out here for a moment. Back underway, and the Blues clear up towards the halfway mark. So still 20 minutes to play, as we were saying. There's time enough if they're good enough. 30 points to 14. Another converted try. 30-21 suddenly makes the Crusaders start to think. Scoreboard pressure is a crazy thing. James O'Connor is on. Blues go to the middle of the line out. It's lost over the back. Lost backwards, though. It's still there. Talia to Plummer. Now Ioane straightens. Up to halfway they go. Now they've lost the ball. The handling continuing to let them down. Tensions boiling over now in midfield as they realize they're running out of time here, the Blues. Tempers flaring. Simple errors. Continuing to let them down. There's no need to panic either. That's what's so funny about it. There's no need to panic. There's 20 minutes left to play. 30 points to 14 is not insurmountable. Not by any stretch of the imagination is this game over. 20 minutes is a long time. You'd think that they have to be the next team to score. Geez, Tamati Williams is a big boy. I'd never really noticed just how big Tamati Williams is. Big unit. All right. The scrum sets. Crusaders feed just inside Blues territory. And it's another big shove from the Crusaders. Penalty advantage incoming. Boy, they've been dominant at scrum time. O'Connor goes back to scoop up the loose ball. Reese down the short side. Heads back for midfield. Pops it up. Pakello. The Crusaders still in possession. Overlap created. Jordan fires the pass over the top. But the Blues slide across and shut it down. 61 minutes gone. The chip over the top. Will Jordan looking for the bounce. Doesn't get it, but we come back for the penalty. Penalty for the Crusaders. Now, do they just look to settle things down here, the Crusaders, and have a shot at 3? O'Connor would back himself from here. Dare say they'll put it into the corner. And that's exactly what they've done. The Crusaders Finding touch inside the 22. Ready to go on the attack again. 62.5 minutes gone. And a free kick for the Crusaders. Well, the Blues, ill discipline and poor handling. That's what's let them down in this game. It's just been a miserable old night. Discipline and handling as the Crusaders taking up the middle. Hello. Bumps away from one. 5 meters out now. Crusaders right in front of the posts. To the right-hand side they go. Strange. Lays it back. It's still there. Still on. 17 minutes left to play. Bauer. Driven back in the tackle. The pick and go from Sevu Reece. Thought he spotted half a gap. Shut down pretty quickly. Cullen Grace now. Steps back. And he's half a meter short. Penalty advantage now as the Blues are offside, but burrowing over Antonio Shelfoon. That must have been close. Under penalty advantage now. O'Connor with the crossfield kick. Lands it perfectly. And Springer scores the try. Playing under penalty advantage. James O'Connor's just banged it up in the air. There was no defense out there for the Blues. 35-14, kick to come. Beautifully worked there. All right, Q2 is underway. Got to get a split view back with the Dolphins-Tigers game. Still half-time there. Still half-time. Dolphins-Tigers. That game in the balance. James O'Connor with the conversion attempt. Puts it right down the middle. I still can't get used to James O'Connor in a Crusaders jersey. Try as I might. Still got that baby face. There's Rebel Nuts. Babyface O'Connor. Back underway. Crusaders, they slip as they take the restart. Shelfoon gets back to his feet and they maul it up the field towards halfway. Goes to ground now. They've got to get it out. They don't. Scrum down. Blues have the feed. "15 minutes left to play. And we've got an injury stoppage now. Ioane Monanu. Seems like he's in a bad way. Wow, 37 points to 14. I've got to say, I was confident of a Crusaders victory. Did not for a second think it would be this comprehensive, though. I mean, they have really, really signaled that they're back, the Crusaders. Back to their electrifying best. Off the field goes Monanu. Deserves a break. He's had a pretty strong game. Suffering from cramps on the sideline, the poor fella. The scrum sets. Big shove again from the Crusaders. Pressure on the Blues at scrum time. Christie's got it at the back. Down the short side they go. The Crusaders, they were offside down that short side. Penalty advantage. The Blues, can they mount something here. Some consolation points out of this game. Nice wraparound play now. Clark fires it out for Talia. Talia puts the head down, goes for the corner, cuts back in field. Then he's brought down 5 meters short. Christie wrestles the ball out. Penalty advantage still applies. Forbes goes close. Just a couple of meters short now, the Blues. 5 phases. Heading back in midfield towards the posts. The pick and go. Still just short. Christie fires it out. So 2-2 is half a meter short. Christie picks it up from the base of the ruck and dives over. Opportunistic. Finley, Christie shots it down. 37-19. 13 minutes to play. Well, they're just hanging about, the Blues, just hanging around. They're not completely going away. It would still obviously be a hell of a comeback if they pulled it off, but conversion attempt here from Harry Plummer. He's hooked it off to the left. Well, that's been the theme of the night. The conversions getting hooked off to the left. And it remains 37 points to 19. Time is escaping them very rapidly now, the Blues. Approaching the final 10 minutes of the match. 6 tries to 3. The Crusaders very deserving of this lead. 6 tries to 3 is no fluke. And they've stolen the kickoff. Havili flying through the air. Crusaders go straight back on the attack. Here's Hotham trying to duck under. They're 10 meters out from the line. O'Connor. And straight up the middle goes Shalfoon. Rolls across the try line, but it's been called back for a knock on. Scrum down for the Blues. It all amounts to naught. A knock on in midfield there from the Crusaders. A little bit of a let-off. Boy, it's been an impressive performance, though. Blues scrum down. Big shove from the Crusaders. The final 10 minutes of the game. Papali'i going backwards. Yeah, cheers, Odd Poppet. Enjoy the rest of your day/night, whatever the case may be. Christie out to Plummer for the crossfield kick. Talia loses it over the sideline. No, play on, says the referee. It stayed in field. And the Blues have it on their own 22 still. Christie into midfield. Crawling forward. The Crusaders race up quick in defense. Talia gets the arms free. The 2-2 with the double pump over to Caleb Clark. Had to stall and reach back for it. And that took away any momentum that they may have got from that piece of play. Christie. Back out into midfield. Sets up the ruck. Short ball. Still there for the Blues. Less than 10 minutes to play now. Crusaders look to steal the ball. Christie puts the chip over the top. Needing the bounce, and it does bounce kindly for Harry Plummer. The Blues back in possession. It seems to be their only way forward at the moment. The Blues is the kicks over the top, little chips, and getting the bounce. The troops come rolling through on this one. Satutu down the short side. He's been strong tonight in what would surely be a losing effort. Penalty advantage now for the Blues. 11 phases. Finally draws some ill discipline from the Crusaders' defense. And it's Chalfoun with an illegal clean-out. Plummer will find touch. About 20 meters out. The Blues can launch an attack. 8 minutes to go. Back to the drawing board once more for the Blues. Their season, you would think, on live support. Finley Christie goes straight up the middle. Well, he's been a breath of fresh air since he came on. Finley Christie. The 2-2 now. Fires the ball out into midfield where it's been bobbled once, twice, 3 times. And they're going to have a look. But at the moment, it's gone up as a try for Suafoa. But there is a lot to look at. The initial knock on by Satutu. Whether it was knocked on by Suafoa himself. But it's gone up as a try because the referee says he saw the grounding. But there's plenty more to look at. Satutu. Well, it hasn't been knocked on by Satutu, but somebody had their hands on the ground there for the Blues and has lost it forward. So there's a couple of knock-on options here. 2 minutes left in Q2. Lando Norris and Piastri currently sitting at a 1-2 for McLaren. So a clear knock on, but I should imagine he was playing advantage. So the penalty will go here to the Blues. So there we go. Penalty Blues. Less than 8 minutes to play. Finley Christie with the tap and go. Fires it over into midfield. Right in front of the post here. 5 meters out and they've lost the ball. Backwards. Play on. Now it spills out the back of the ruck. It's very, very messy. Brian Gordon now sets up the ruck in front of the posts. The pick and go is the option here. The Crusaders have held it up, but another penalty advantage incoming. Christie digs the ball out. And Cook goes half a meter short. And barging over the line here. Rico Ioane, is it? Held up. We come back for the penalty for offsides. 7 minutes left. Talia taps and goes quickly. Backs his way over the line and bounces the ball. The Crusaders now clear it upfield. And into touch just outside their own 22. Oh, it's just not going right for the Blues. And Verstappen has wedged himself in between the two McLarens. Going to be an interesting Q3. Sainz, Alonso, Stroll, Hulkenberg, and Ocon. Currently, the drivers eliminated. But some of those are still finishing their laps. So with 6 minutes remaining, the Blues will go on the attack once more. Matty Colkin says they reckon rain tonight for the IPL. Well, the rain might just save me. I am exhausted. I am so buggered. I wouldn't mind a little rain interfered rest as O'Connor takes the goal line dropout and Tutu rumbles it up. Ball spills out the back of the ruck. Still there, though, for the Blues. Gordon sets it up in midfield. Can they get some more consolation points? Make the scoreboard look a little respectable. Here the Blues. Christie with the chip over the top. It's going to go out on the full. Jordan happy to just shadow it over the sideline. Line out throw to the Crusaders. And it's gone out on the full. So we come back upfield. Time is up in Q2. Norris from Verstappen and Piastri. There's your top three. Ocon, Hulkenberg, Alonso, Stroll, and Sainz all eliminated. As the Crusaders get that one wrong. Crooked throw into the line out. The Blues tap and go. 10 meters out from the line. Papali'i lays it back. 37-19. 4.5 to play. Isolated here. The Crusaders get in over the top. Can't steal the ball away. Big drive up the middle of the field. 10 meters out now, the Blues. The Crusaders, realizing that the game is won, still defend valiantly. And they steal the ball now. Havili runs away with it. And he's got Camera for the clearing kick. Nobody at home here for the Blues, but the kick finds touch. 10 meters inside Blues territory. Line out given on the halfway line. The Blues have been repelled and turned away once more. Solid clearance. 2.5 to play. And now stolen at the front of the line out, but it sits up for Tutu. And the Blues are back in possession. It's very, very scrappy, the back end of this game. The Blues have been dominating possession at the back end of this, but they haven't really gone anywhere with it. Loose ball out the back is scooped up by Talia. Beware the broken play as Talia pops it up for Plummer. Finley Christie spills it behind the ruck. Backwards, and Talia collects it again. Heads down the short side. He's got Ioane stepping back in field. Too little too late from the Blues and still not really executing. Gordon gets the pop pass. Crusaders in over the top of this one. Steal the ball away. The counter-attack is on here for Will Jordan. Thumps it away upfield. Nobody at the back again for the Blues because they were all up attacking. They've raced back. The clearing kick. Finding touch. That's a good kick. What's going on? 2 minutes remaining. Crusaders throw to the back. They've secured the ball. And the rolling maul is set. Just 2 minutes left. Time is out for the Blues. The Crusaders maul it upfield. Now the cutout pass down this near side. Springer puts the kick in. It's out on the full. Blues will get the line out throw. Captain Redbeard, ahoy, mate. A little bit of a blowout, hey? There's the Blues now. Ioane spills it in midfield and the Crusaders get it back. Chance here. Devu Reese gets the arms free. Back for Fiaki. Papali'i's in over the top. Wins the turnover. No advantage. Scrum down Crusaders from that Blues knock on. Been a sloppy end to the game. Still 18-12, Dolphins, Tigers. Come on, Tigers. Get back into it. 30 seconds left in this one. Can the Crusaders have final say? Breaking off the back of the scrum. 10 meters out from the line. Crusaders. A dummy and a dash from Hotham. 5 out from the try line. Ball is still there for the Crusaders. A couple of meters short. Keeping it in tight. And here's a strong run from Bauer. Swings away from the first tackle. And now the ball is sent wide. And the try has been scored by Will Jordan. That would have been one tick off my multi at least. Will Jordan scores right on the full-time siren to bag some more points here for the Crusaders. Just putting a big stamp on the back end of this match. And the drivers are ready for Q3 in the Formula One. So here we go. Conversion attempt. James O'Connor moves in, hooks it off to the left. It's been the theme of the night for the goal kicking. Obviously, difficult conditions for kicking, it seems. So many of the goal kickers just hooked it off horribly to the left. Crusaders win this one 42 points to 19. A dominant performance. Happy to say that we tipped it. All right, Place to Water Sports. I've got to have myself a break. I've got to have a power nap. I'm exhausted. Power nap, and then we'll be back for the Titans versus the Knights. The NRL back. Thank you so much for being with me for this one, though. Not a whole lot to talk about. Domination from the Crusaders. Power nap time, and then Titans Knights.